You need to watch this if you struggle with shifting gears on a motorcycle. In this video, we'll guide you through the essential steps of shifting up and down on a motorcycle, ensuring a smooth and safe ride every time. So you've gone and gotten yourself a motorcycle, have you? Congratulations! You've joined the ranks of the brave and the bold, those who seek freedom on the open road. Good show. Now, before you go tearing off into the sunset, or more likely into a hedge, we need to talk about something terribly exciting. No, not chrome, not leather jackets, not even those silly tassels some people put on their handlebars. Though, I must admit they do add a certain flair, don't they? I'm talking about gears, my friend, the unsung heroes of your motorcycle, the magical boxes that make your bike go vroom, and sometimes, rather embarrassingly, splutter. These gears are the heart of your machine, the very essence of what makes your motorcycle more than just a pretty frame with wheels. They are the intricate cogs that translate your throttle twists into pure, unadulterated power. But fear not, my petrol-headed compadre. The world of gears may seem daunting at first, but with a bit of guidance, you'll be shifting like a pro in no time. Kwatshmoto is here to guide you through this mechanical maze. Think of me as your personal gear guru, here to demystify the art of shifting. Consider this your crash course, not literally mind you, on how to shift gears like a proper biker and not some Burke on a scooter. First things first, let's talk about the clutch. That lever on the left handlebar, that's your clutch. It's your best friend when it comes to changing gears. Pull it in to disengage the engine from the transmission, allowing you to shift gears smoothly. Next, we have the gear shifter. It's usually located near your left foot. Press down to shift to a lower gear and lift up to shift to a higher gear. Simple, right? But there's a bit more finesse to it than just stomping on the lever. The key to smooth gear changes is timing. You need to coordinate the clutch, throttle, and gear shifter in a harmonious dance. Pull in the clutch, ease off the throttle, shift the gear, and then smoothly release the clutch while gently rolling back on the throttle. It sounds complicated, but with practice it becomes second nature. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Find a quiet parking lot or an empty stretch of road to practice your gear shifts. Start slow and gradually build up your speed as you become more comfortable with the process. Before you know it, you'll be shifting gears like a seasoned rider, gliding through the gears with ease and confidence. The open road will be yours to conquer, one gear at a time. So gear up, my friend, embrace the thrill of the ride, and remember, every great journey begins with a single shift. Happy riding! Let's start with the basics, shall we? Look down at your left foot. No, not at your trainers, you pillock. See that lever, the one that looks a bit like a tiny metal toe kick? That, my friend, is your gear shifter. It's the maestro of your gearbox, the conductor of your engine's orchestra. Give it a prod with your foot. Felt that? Click, click, click. Each click is a different gear, a different speed, a different level of awesome. But don't get ahead of yourself. We'll get to all that in a bit. Right, time to get this show on the road. There's nothing quite like the feeling of anticipation before you set off on a journey. The open road awaits, filled with endless possibilities and adventures. But before you can conquer the highways and byways, you need to master the basics. First gear, my friend, is your starting block. It's the foundation of your ride, the crucial first step in your journey. Think of it as the launch pad that propels you into the world of motorcycling. Without it, you're going nowhere fast. It's where the magic happens, where rubber meets the road, and you, my friend, transform from a mere mortal into a two-wheeled warrior. The moment you engage that first gear, you become one with the machine, ready to take on whatever the road throws at you. Pull in the clutch lever, that's the one on your left handlebar, you see, and feel the connection between you and your bike. It's a delicate dance, a symphony of movements that requires precision and finesse. Find first gear with your foot and make sure you feel that satisfying click. It's a small but significant moment, a signal that you're ready to roll, and gently twist the throttle as you slowly release the clutch. This is where the real magic happens. The engine roars to life, the bike begins to move, and you feel the thrill of acceleration. It's a feeling like no other. Easy does it now. No need to rip the handlebars off. Smooth and steady wins the race. It's all about control and balance, finding that sweet spot where everything just clicks. Unless you stall, of course. Stalling is a rite of passage for every new rider. It's frustrating, sure, but it's also a learning experience. Each stall teaches you something new about your bike and your riding technique. Then, by all means, let out a primal scream. We've all been there. It's a moment of pure, unfiltered emotion, but don't let it get you down. Take a deep breath, reset, and try again. Every rider has faced this challenge, and every rider has overcome it. So embrace the journey, the ups and downs, the triumphs and setbacks, because in the end, it's all part of the adventure. And remember, the road is always there, waiting for you to conquer it. Now you're moving. Feel the wind in your hair or helmet, you safety-conscious soul, you. But don't get too comfy. To unleash the full potential of your mechanical steed, you need to upshift. As you gain speed, roll off the throttle slightly. Pull in the clutch and gently lift the gear shifter with your foot. One click, that's second gear, another click, third gear. Each upshift is a symphony of speed, a crescendo of power. Now, here's the thing about shifting gears. It's not just about clicking up and down like a chimpanzee with a light switch. You need to find the sweet spot, the perfect moment to shift. Listen to your engine. Is it screaming like a banshee? You're probably due for an upshift. Is it chugging like an old tractor? Time to downshift, my friend. Get to know your bike's rhythm, its heartbeat. It'll tell you when to shift. Speaking of downshifting, it's not just for when you're slowing down to a crawl. It's also your best friend when you're approaching a corner or need to engine brake. As you slow down, downshift one gear at a time. Roll off the throttle, pull in the clutch, and press down on the gear shifter. Easy peasy. Engine braking. The art of slowing down using your engine's compression, not just your brakes. It's a beautiful thing, really. And it saves your brake pads, which is always a plus. To engine brake, simply downshift one or two gears without using your brakes. The engine will do the work, slowing you down smoothly and efficiently. Just be prepared for a bit of engine noise. It's perfectly normal. Just the sound of your bike doing its thing. Now, nobody wants to be that rider, the one who jerks and lurches with every gear change. It can be embarrassing and even dangerous, especially in heavy traffic or on winding roads. The key to a smooth ride lies in mastering the art of seamless gear changes. So here are a few tips for smooth transitions that will make your ride more enjoyable and safer. First and foremost, be gentle with the clutch. The clutch is your best friend when it comes to smooth gear changes. No need to snap it back like a whip. Snapping the clutch can cause the bike to lurch forward or stall, which is not only uncomfortable but can also be dangerous. Instead, let it out smoothly and progressively. Think of it as a dance move, where you need to be in sync with your bike. When downshifting, give the throttle a little blip to match the engine speed to the lower gear. This technique, known as rev matching, helps to smooth out the transition and prevent any jerky movements. It'll prevent any nasty surprises, like the rear wheel locking up or the bike lurching forward. Practice makes perfect, so don't be afraid to spend some time in a safe open area practicing your gear changes. The more you ride, the smoother your gear changes will become. It's all about developing muscle memory and getting a feel for your bike. It's like learning to dance, but with your feet instead of your hips. Just like in dancing, timing and coordination are crucial. So take your time, be patient, and enjoy the process of becoming a smoother, more confident rider. Remember, every ride is an opportunity to improve your skills and become more in tune with your bike. Happy riding! Listen, nobody's perfect. We've all missed a gear or two in our time. We've all stalled at a traffic light and pretended it was intentional. It's all part of the learning process. So get out there and practice. Find a quiet road or an empty car park and practice your shifting. Start slow, get a feel for the clutch and the gears. And remember, it's supposed to be fun. There you have it, my friend. The basics of motorcycle shifting, delivered with a healthy dose of Kwatshmoto style wit. Now, get out there and ride. And remember, if you ever find yourself struggling with a particularly tricky gear change, just ask yourself, what would Kwatshmoto do? The answer, my friend, is probably something incredibly reckless and ill-advised. But hey, that's half the fun, isn't it?